Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we are going to be talking about the match between Barcelona and Elche, and in this game Barcelona has won against Elche. Finally Barcelona wins 3 points at the Camp Nou tonight, because today it was a very important game. It was a game where Barcelona really needed to win. There has been so many games where Barcelona have played well but only to tie that game, but only to lose that game. But in tonight's match against Elche, Barcelona received what they deserved, and it came with a goal coming from Gavi, a goal coming from Nico, and a goal coming from an emerging player named Jutgla. So this was a very intense match. This was a game where many of us were saying, why would he do this? Why would he try to move in that way? To, oh my god, I can't believe he did that. There's no way he did that. There were so many emotions within this match. So what we're going to be doing in this video is talk about the first half and then the second half, and then I'm going to give my overall conclusion of this whole game. But first, I do want to shout out the OneFootball app. The OneFootball app is considered as the best football app you could find within the App Store when it does come to the latest player news, team news. If you want to follow your team within La Liga or the Premier League or the German League, you guys would be able to do that within the OneFootball app. You guys would also be able to see the latest transfer news, anything regarding your favorite player or team. All of that is going to be compact within one app. And for those of you guys who are in the UK, you guys are also able to see La Liga highlights. If you guys do want to see some highlights regarding Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, all of that again is going to be within the OneFootball app. If you guys do want to download the app, you guys can either scan the barcode that you do see on the video, or you can look at the link which will be in the description box down below. But now let's get back into the video. So let's first start with the first half, and let me tell you guys, in the first half it was a very impressive FC Barcelona. Like, we finally saw a glimpse of what Xavi does want within the first half. This was a Barcelona that moved the ball well, they pressed well, they were very intense, and they created in all areas, from the right wing, from the middle, through the left wing. This is the type of Barcelona that we want to see on the pitch. We don't want to see a Barcelona that's stagnant or cannot find solutions. That was a Barcelona that we saw about 2 or 3 months ago, and then in the past 2 weeks we have been seeing a Barcelona that played well, but they couldn't find that end product. And then we fast forward towards today's game, we played well and we found the end product, we found the goal. And I am so happy to see that these players, they were basically asked to be definitive in the final third. We saw Gavi, we saw Dembele, Jutgla, Abde, Frenkie de Jong all trying to score the goals themselves. And if it wasn't for Xavi choosing the correct midfield and attacking lineup, this would have never happened, because the players that he chose to start in that starting 11, they made it happen. Like, for example, Dembele, his work rate was intense. He defended well. He was always dropping back. He also attacked well. He was in all of the areas on the right wing. He was almost acting like a right back. And then we saw Abde killing all of the players, taking all of these players down. His enthusiasm to always trying to create an opportunity for Barcelona is just 100%. His energy is immense, and he really did deserve a goal tonight. And we saw Abde try to make that goal happen in the first half by taking shots outside the box, inside the box, taking down 2 players. It really did remind me of Neymar Jr. back in those days of 2014, 2015. I'm not making any comparisons here, but Abde really does look like he is inspired by someone like Neymar. He's very entertaining, very intense, and I love that. I love Abde and the way that he has been playing and contributing towards the attack. Sometimes it is good to break those rules. You don't always have to play very systematically. And overall, we saw Dembele and Abde do the one thing that Xavi was asking for, which was to stretch the defense, to give space towards Jutgla, which was the striker of tonight, Gavi, Frenkie, to create between the center backs. And if we look at the stats here, we can see that Barcelona were superior in all areas when it came to the goals, the total shots, shots on target, shot accuracy, blocked shots, shots inside the box, shots outside the box, everything from the attacking standpoint to the defensive standpoint. It was a very well-rounded Barcelona performance. And I do want to talk about the highlights that did happen within this game, because we did score 2 goals. One of them came from Jutgla. Jutgla is one of the most surprising players of this season. This is another player that Xavi has yet again emerged onto the scenes, because Jutgla did score a header. It was a wonderful goal. He now officially has 2 goals in 2 matches, and it gave Barcelona the early lead. I strongly believe that Jutgla does have the capability to make a real case to say that, look, this is the reason why you should place me in the squad list for every match. And then fast forward towards the 19th minute, about 3 minutes later, we saw Gavi score the second goal for FC Barcelona. And that goal that Gavi did score, it is a 10 out of 10 type of goal. It was an amazing goal. His optimism, his confidence is what made this goal actually happen. And I remember the way that Gavi did score in that field and how he did it. That was a moment where it showed us Barcelona fans that these players were inspired to win. They wanted to win at whatever cost. This is the reason why I did say in the beginning of the video, Frenkie, Gavi, Busquets, Jutgla, Abde, Dembele, they were were all trying to create goals for themselves. And when you do have that type of intention on the field, you're going to be getting goals like this, like how Gavi did score within that second goal. This is a goal where he did take down 2 players and then he shot to the bottom left corner. This was a goal where Messi would have been greatly proud of because it was a Messi type of goal. And I'm so happy to see that Gavi at the age of 17, not 18, not 19, not 20, not 21, at the age of 17 is able to dominate the opposition in this way and score in that way. What a fashionable way to make your first goal for FC Barcelona. And not just that, but at the age of 17 years old and 137 days, Gavi is the youngest player to score in the top 5 leagues in this season. And you know what's so crazy about this whole thing? I'm going to be saying something that I never did say before in this YouTube channel, but I think that with this type of season that we have been seeing coming from Gavi, he is no longer going to be a player where we have to sacrifice him or in order to play Pedri in. I think that this conversation of having either Gavi or Pedri in that starting 11 cannot happen no more. Now we are in a position where we have to say we have to play Gavi and Pedri in the starting 11 because originally we were having conversations about Busquets, Frenkie, or Gavi, or Busquets, Frenkie, or Pedri. Now we are again in the position where we have to say no, we have to play Pedri and Gavi. We cannot have one of these two players sit on the bench because Pedri and Gavi do look like they are the future of this club. Gavi is literally having the exact same type of season Pedri did have in the previous season, which was a breakout season. And here's the thing, I would actually give Gavi the cutting edge over Pedri, and I'm saying that because of one thing. I know that it is very early for me to say this, but I'm saying this because of one thing, because of his offensive threat, because the way that he has been making those runs between the center backs and the left backs or the full backs, whichever side it was on, it was very impressive. And this is what Xavi has been demanding coming from his interiors overall, is for his interiors, right, the midfielders, Frenkie and Gavi, or it could be Frenkie and Pedri, to make those runs between the center back and the right back, or the center back and the left back. They were making runs within those areas. Gavi is becoming a master at doing those things. And so there's just no way that Xavi's just going to say, okay, Gavi's going to be a substitute and we're going to put Pedri, Frenkie, and Busquets within the starting midfield. No, there's no way. Gavi's literally doing everything that Xavi has been asking him to do. And what surprises me the most about this whole thing, right? I know I've been saying this so many times, but it's just the way that Gavi has been playing and the way that he's making those runs between the center back and the full back. It really does remind me of how Xavi used to play back in the Guardiola days when Xavi was making those runs between the center back and the full back. That is exactly what Gavi has been doing, and I'm so happy to see that Xavi is communicating those exact same type of tactics and movements to a player like Gavi. Because, like, for example, if you guys do not know what I'm talking about, go back into that match between Barcelona and Real Madrid where Barcelona did win 5-0, and go look at the first goal that Barcelona did score. Xavi was literally doing the exact same movement on moving between the center backs or the full backs and making those runs, acting like a striker, and he scored the first goal for Barcelona, right? That is what Xavi did. Gavi, again, is doing the exact same movement, and that is what excited me the most about the first half. But now let's move on towards the second half. And let me tell you guys, in the second half, it was a very different Barcelona performance, and I'm saying that because of one very big thing. Barcelona almost bottled a 2-0 lead. These 2 goals that Elche did score, it should have never happened. And let's talk about that, right? Let's talk about the first 2 goals. Going on to the first goal, the way that Elche did score in the first goal was this. Dembele let the ball go through easily through him. So easy. And then Elche were on the counter. They ran down the left flank. Araujo could not stop them. And then we saw one of the right wingers coming from Elche lose Lenglet very easy. He shakes Lenglet. Lenglet could not cope with the fast pace coming from the right winger from Elche, and he scores the goal easily past Ter Stegen. And overall, I would say that in this first goal, Barcelona let Elche score that goal. They became very comfortable. They put their hands down. Like, for example, Dembele did not even bother stopping that ball. Lenglet just did not move fast enough, and it was a very easy goal that Barcelona has conceded. And then moving on towards the second goal, which was the one that frustrated me the most, and that was one of the players coming from Elche. He crossed the ball into the box. Alba showed that he was incapable to defend that right back or that right winger coming from Elche. And then the one thing that we did see in the box that staggered me the most, I was like, no way did they just do that. It was between Araujo and Garcia. Araujo and Garcia ended up marking the exact same man inside the box and left the goal scorer alone by himself, and Ter Stegen couldn't even do anything. And I have seen conversations about Ter Stegen being blamed at for that second goal, and I'm gonna say no, we should not blame Ter Stegen for that second goal. I think that this was a very big mistake and lack of marking coming from the duo between Eric Garcia and Ronald Araujo. Like, go look back at that second goal and go look at the position coming from Araujo and Eric Garcia. It was a very big mistake. And from there, moving forward, Barcelona were in a rut. Like, you can really see their low confidence. You can really see that every time they tried to pass the ball from the defensive line to the midfield to the attacking line, it looked very shaky. But Barcelona did not stop, and this is what I do want to end it with, which will be the final conclusion. Barcelona did not stop from there. Even though they knew that they almost bottled a 2-0 lead, Barcelona continued to attack. They continued to pick themselves up. This is something that we did not see in the previous games, and that surprised me a lot because the way that Gavi and Frankie, Busquets and Abde and Dembele continued to show enthusiasm that they wanted to score that third goal, that was very important. That is coming from Xavi's mentality. That is what Xavi wants to instill within these players, that even though they have bottled something so drastically, they can still come back. There is no reason to put your head down. And Xavi did make some changes that were very important to Barcelona's game, and that was Nico coming in for Jutgla, which was the only striker for Barcelona in that starting 11, and then Ricky Puig coming in for Frankie de Jong. I know it does seem very strange, right, for Xavi to say we're going to put Nico for Jutgla in, take away that striker because we need to score that third goal. Like, that makes no sense, but that is what happened. He put on more midfielders than actual forwards within that 11 in the second half, and the only thing that led to was Barcelona having more of a creativity boost, which I did not mind. I liked that. I liked that idea, that tactical switch. And the only thing that led to in the end of the second half was for Barcelona to find that third goal coming from Gavi's center into the box. Nico receives the ball and he shoots the ball in the top left corner. Nico, the one player that was placed in the second half to take over Jutgla's position, has scored and gave Barcelona the 3 points. This was a performance, my friends, where yes, they have shown so much frustration on the field. They have given us headaches. They almost ruined my perfect week because earlier this week on Thursday, I went to go see Spider-Man. I saw the 3 Spider-Mans in that movie. I was so happy. Everybody was happy, and I was hoping for Barcelona to close this week down with 3 points, and I almost thought that Barcelona were going to bottle it and actually come out with 1 point, but Barcelona did get the 3 points, and now we move forward. We cannot get comfortable from here. Yes, Barcelona has improved their mentality aspect of the game, but we need to ask for more. We need to continue to say, what can we do next to continue to improve, to get into the top 4 and do what Barcelona do deserve, and to continue to fight for this badge. And so my man of the match for this game, it is going to be Gavi. Gavi was the main player that led Barcelona those 3 points, I would say, in my opinion. Many of you guys might say that Abde was the man of the match. Maybe Nico Gonzalez was the man of the match. Maybe Araujo could have been the man of the match. Who knows? Let me know in the comment sections down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. That is going to be wrapping up today's Barcelona post-match review, and I will see you guys in the next video.